3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the show!
Lots of video games. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo's. Everybody's there. The refugees got money, and we're gonna get tan from a pill. We're gonna get pills to make us tan. And there's lots of people in North Korea.
Yo. Trend Settings, episode 46. It's here, guys. It's here.
I've never heard Mario say, "Yeah."
No, that was Link. That was the "Shah!" You know.
Oh, that was Link.
He has
Okay.
like 4 sounds. And
Makes
that's
sense.
one of them.
Makes sense.
Are we getting worse at that?
That's another sound. And what's the other one? Just silent shock.
Stairs
Yeah.
in Link.
Anyway, this is Trend Settings, episode 46. We have a lot of things to talk about this week. We are this.
We are this.
We are.
This is Trend Settings. We are Group Settings. I'm Ali.
Jono.
I'm Ye Chan.
I'm a Chris.
Thanks for listening / watching. However you digest it, feel free to do whatever you want with it. Now, we have 4 topics this week because we kept doing 5 and we kept running overtime. And we kept not giving topics the justice they deserve, but the time they need. Now,
Batman.
number 1, E3. Number 2, Manus Island settlement. Number 3, tanning drug. Number 4, Rodman goes to North Korea.
What's that
That
about?
sounds like a movie, right?
It does.
Hi, Joel. Now,
Studio audience.
E3, right? So much happened.
So
so much
heaps.
There was like 10 conferences.
Electronics.
They had so if you don't know what E3 is, it's like the Super Bowl for video games. No, actually, it's not competitive, so it's not the Super Bowl. It's like the keynote for Apple, but for video games.
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Is that what it stands for?
Hang on, is it not
3
competitive
E's.
though? Because they're kind of competing with each other to get the most attention.
It's a competitive marketplace, that is true, Jono.
Like Sydney housing, am I right?
How does it always come back to that?
Chris really wants a house. If anyone can help him out.
He got a new house, and now he can't get friggin' internet.
You don't have internet in your house?
You still don't have internet?
But that's not the subject we're on right now.
Oh, shit. The affordability.
It's obviously a very sensitive topic.
Okay, so much happened, I had to boil it down to a top 10. So here it is.
Top 10.
So, give me some intro music, Chris. Ali's Top 10 E3. Now, I'm going to go from 10 to 1. This is my list, so some of you are definitely going to disagree with it. I think some of the people in the room will disagree with some of these.
I wonder who.
It's kind of in order, but it's not heaps in order. As in, like, it's a little bit interchangeable.
It's a loose order.
So, number 10. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Now,
Cinco.
Pokemon, right? Who cares?
Everybody.
The last time we heard about Pokemon,
Okay.
at least in the adult world, was that thing on the phone.
Sun and Moon.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
What about
So
Pokemon Sun
Sun
and Moon?
and Moon's a little bit more niche. As
Niche.
in, like, people who actually like
Nietzsche.
But-
yeah. I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Pokemon.
Sorry, niche and niche. Sorry.
Pokemon. It's definitely Pokemon. It's got the little thing above the E.
Pokemon Sun and Moon is not niche. That's a
It is niche.
mainline game
I think to you it is.
to gamers.
Well, like to
I'm
people who
talking like
play Pokemon.
worldwide.
Okay.
Like, Pokemon Go was worldwide.
Okay, well then that's the
Are we
only
judging
worldwide.
all of the games that went
Yeah.
by that standard?
Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why do they keep the awesome Pokemon games, which has pretty much been the same since Red versus Blue, not Red versus Blue, Pokemon Red and
Rooster
Pokemon
Teeth.
Blue? Yeah. Why are they always just on Game Boy things?
Why?
It's so annoying.
I want to know.
They changed that.
What?
It's coming to the Switch, guys.
What?
A main series Pokemon game is coming to the Nintendo Switch, which is the first time a game that's not a spin-off has come to a non... It is a handheld, but it is like the console, so it's a bit iffy.
I feel like they've merged with this
A
generation.
non-Game Boy, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is awesome because it's all on the 3DS at the moment, which is pretty much a Game Boy.
It is. It's called a Game Boy 3DS.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think it is.
It's a
I think it's called
Nintendo
Nintendo 3DS.
3DS.
I was wrong.
But they're developing it like specially for the Switch. So I don't like. Who knows what they're going to do with it?
Is the 3DS still getting stuff?
Yes.
It got one announcement, I think.
Okay. So it's still a thing that they support. It's not
Absolutely.
just taken over by the Switch,
Yeah.
which is also handheld.
Nintendo's pretty great at like continuing support for things, even if they don't give games to it.
Right.
Like their online service from the 90s, like they only just stopped a couple of years ago because apparently people in Japan still used it.
That's the thing. There's so many people in Asia who play games that we probably haven't even heard of.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm
So
so pumped.
They
for
play games
Pokemon.
like Xenoblade Chronicles, which is
Earth Defense Force.
yeah.
I've
And
never
we're
heard
getting
these
Xenoblade
words.
Chronicles 2. Am I right?
Oh my gosh, that's on my
You are
bottom
right.
5.
So what's
But-
the new Pokemon game called?
We
You
don't.
don't know yet. So
Oh.
they full on didn't like. This is the reason it's number 10 is because it's so like a guy said it. There wasn't even a logo.
We should guess. What was the last one
We
called?
should guess.
Sun and Moon.
And then before that was X and Y, and then Omega Sapphire, Ruby Red or something.
Ruby
and then-
Red. It's like sound like a porn thing.
And then
Hello.
there was a black and white one.
Black and White 2.
That's
Yeah.
very racial.
And they're doing Sun and Moon 2. Or Sun and Moon something.
You know how they used to? They always make two, right?
Yeah.
That's like
And
one.
then a third one later.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What was the third one for Sun and Moon?
It only just came out last year, so nothing.
It hasn't had it yet.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so number 9.
Galaxy. Keen for Pokemon.
Number 9.
Continue.
Do you want a high five? He does want a high five.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones.
What?
I know what you're
You
thinking.
want to see my skull and bones?
It's not a porno.
But
It's,
What?
and I know what you're thinking.
It's not what
Look.
I was thinking.
Assassin's Creed. They're going to Egypt this year, and nobody cares, right?
I did.
Who wants to play Assassin's Creed, let alone Assassin's Creed in Egypt?
Me.
he's just pretty cool.
Heaps
You
of
know
people.
where was great Assassin's Creed?
Where?
Pirates.
The Caribbean.
Okay.
When I was a pirate, and I could sing shanties while I hunted whales.
Wow.
Now, that's a bit morally ambiguous. I get it. Whaling isn't in.
Vogue right now.
I think assassinating people is also not.
Why is it called whaling when
Particularly
you're
moral.
killing the whales?
Assassinating people
Like
is
fishing?
highly in vogue.
Fishing, whaling.
What about when you're dogging someone? Like you're being the dog.
That's more of a colloquialism, I think. But I see what you mean.
Thank
the
you.
argument's still stupid, though.
Thank you. Thank you. I
You
stand.
got one laugh from our studio audience.
Wow.
But there's only one person there, so that's pretty good.
100%.
So they've called it the spiritual successor to Black Flag, but it's not an Assassin's Creed name. It's not an Assassin's Creed game.
Wait,
So
but
it's
it's
still-
made by the same people.
No, I don't think so.
Is this different to that Xbox pirate game?
Yeah, that's Sea of Thieves.
That's
So
another
Sea of
pirate
Thieves
game.
is more like Overwatch style. Like it's very simple.
Hmm.
It's almost cartoonish and Pixar. Whereas this one's more like gritty, real. I'm gonna stab you.
like
yeah.
the pirates. Like the pirates.
And it
really
looks
were.
hectic.
There
and
was a lot of battling between the ships going on in the trailer.
totally.
Like there was 3 ships, and there was all like Master and Commander style, like fire. And
That's the most boring
aim
part of
for the
pirates.
thing. Yeah, is it going to be like that? That's what I was wondering, because I was like, that's not actually that exciting.
Ship battles are funner than you'd think
Whoa. What
Yeah,
battles?
okay.
when they're done right.
Ship.
No swearing, please.
Ship battles.
So is it a first-person shooter or a third-person?
I think it's third person.
This one. So it's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Third-person shipper.
It's a first.
It's a
pirate
third-person.
But they didn't actually show too much on it. That's pretty far away. But they did say it's going to go in like seasons and things. So I guess it's going to be like continuous content. And things
Interesting.
So that was like the cinematic trailer that I was watching.
Like that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it might have had gameplay in it. Who knows? They're always lying with that stuff.
Liars.
Wow.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Detroit.
DJ Hero.
Colon. Become
Put your hands
human.
up.
Detroit.
Should we put our hands up
That's a city.
That's
for Detroit?
that's a dated reference. That's all I'm going to say.
That's old.
Right.
You are old.
You're old.
No, I'm not old. You're old.
Is that how it goes?
You're all old.
So it's got nothing to do with that song, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get that reference, I apologize. Now, you're a robot. An android, maybe.
I am.
Cyborg.
Who cares? Right? And you want to become human.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys played the game Heavy Rain?
No.
No.
Have heard of it.
None of you.
Have heard of
I
it.
was expecting at least one of you to.
Looking real boring.
Okay. So it seems like it's kind of the same vein of that.
Is that like MechWarrior?
Yeah. So there's like an uprising of robots, but they pretty much are human.
Ah.
Because humans and robots just can't get along. It seems in literature or the medium of film or video games.
It's like the AI.
Yeah.
Or in real life, really.
I get along with all my robots.
Do you?
Do you?
It's not a robot.
Oh come on, mate.
It's a computer. Do you
So-
really not understand the difference?
Robots have faces, right?
In the same way as Heavy Rain, you controlled a lot of different characters, but the stories kind of interweave,
Oh, that's fun.
and it looks really good. Like you're a detective in one, you're a leader of the uprising in the other. Like it looks really cool.
What like era is it set in?
Future.
Because it's future, but is it like
Dystopia.
noir future or like future?
Next
future?
year or
Everything I've seen of it seems to be at night.
like iRobot future.
Yeah,
I don't like it already. It's gonna be too dark. I can't see anything when the game's
a real
at night.
reflective
they got
TV.
lights and stuff. It's always raining. There's reflections. It's cool. Number 7.
Woo.
I know what you're thinking.
How do you know what I'm thinking all the time?
I'm psychic, bro. Now, Star Wars Battlefront 1 sucked, right?
It was so bad.
That was a bit of fun.
No, it wasn't.
You know what?
For about 2
It was a sure bit of all right for as long as it lasted, which
It suffered from having such a big name to follow up on as well.
Yeah.
Because everyone loves the original one.
It was so
Jedi power
hyped
battles.
though. I bought a PS4 just for that game.
Well, as if you weren't going to buy a PS4 though.
Yeah,
Bad
true,
call.
but I bought it just for that
There's so many
game
better games.
and have not played that game.
yeah,
right.
there's so many things wrong with it,
Ugh.
and it was especially annoying because there was already a franchise that had done it so well.
Mm.
Yeah. They could have just done that with updated graphics.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
But Star Wars Battlefront 2, apparently they've gotten all the awesome people into a room who like love the game, people who hated the game, and have just like gone to town on it.
What did they do last
The
time?
main
Get
thing-
the Madden team?
The main, seriously, it was pretty. Yeah.
It was Madden with lightsabers.
So now they're going to have a story, which they didn't even have a story in Battlefront.
Oh, that would
1.
be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
Uh,
good.
It's going to be more maps. Just more, I think, is the idea.
Is
Because
the
John
sto-
Boyega tweeted about it.
is the story canon?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So the multiplayer isn't, but the story is. It's going to be between 6 and 7, I think.
Well,
Oh.
multiplayer makes sense because you don't know who's going to win.
Because like Yoda and Darth Maul is fighting.
This guy.
Yeah. And it like
Asian.
looks beautiful. Like say what you will about the first one, like it sucked and everything, but it looked bloody impeccable.
Yeah,
looked
it looked
great.
amazing.
Yeah, look great.
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
So
lightsabers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy a good Star Wars.
It's a good Star Wars.
When the stars fight.
Now,
Wow.
I also know what you're thinking. Number 5,
Number 5.
Staying Alive.
What happened to 6?
What happened to 6?
Oh, sorry, 6.
Number 6.
That's actually a big one too. Number 6, Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Who gives a crap?
Everybody.
I like
Lots of
Xbox.
people.
I'm an
Yeah.
Xbox guy.
Lots
like
of
Forza.
people. I like Forza.
Let's not talk
And
about
Halo.
I love Forza.
Halo, bro.
it. So Halo was nowhere to be seen in like the whole thing.
Is that like the first time in
I think
like
Halo is dead.
10, 15 years?
Destiny is a new Halo.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Yeah.
They had a picture of him.
Destiny's not the-
They had a picture of him at the beginning, which made it seem like they were going to talk about it more. But then they're like, "Nah, we're just going to politely ignore everything about Halo."
Interesting.
They,
Fair enough.
but they said beforehand that they weren't going to do anything Halo there. So we knew
I don't
that
want to
already.
hear about beforehand.
Okay.
We're talking about E3.
What did they
Go on
announce?
They
now,
said
not the
before-
past.
they
Stop
said
living
before
in the
E3.
past, Chris.
So what they did have
What did they have?
was a new game from BioWare.
Oh.
Now, BioWare,
Oh.
you may have heard from this podcast, was the game with the aliens and the sex that we talked about.
The
They
Mass
made
Effect.
they made Mass Effect,
Yeah.
which was a bit of a misstep. But boy, does this game not look like a misstep. It's
Oh.
called Anthem.
It's the big. It's a big one. From
This
E3.
is my number 1.
If it wasn't on Xbox, maybe
It looked ridiculous.
Why is it just on Xbox? Does BioWare
because they
not
they
locked
need
Xbox
to,
out?
Xbox just pays them the big bucks.
Because Bill Gates has
Okay.
lots of money.
and Xbox
does.
really needs exclusives.
Yeah.
So it pretty much looks like multiplayer Iron Man in the future
Mm.
is the general idea.
Mm.
Like they showed a huge gameplay trailer, And it's just like he kept doing things that you didn't think people could do in video games.
Yeah.
When they dive into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was sick.
And then he flies around, and then it seems like there's going to be party play, so just multiplayer.
Oh, so good.
Like people just join in and then do like a lame pose, but it was cool.
Yeah, it seemed like they got into a boardroom and just said, we need a Destiny killer. How can we do Destiny without doing Destiny and do it better?
Hmm.
And they
Jetpacks.
Yeah. Which,
Jetpacks always make things better.
well, Destiny does have jetpacks, but sort of, yeah. But it looks awesome.
Hmm.
It looked incredible.
Okay, so Destiny looked awesome as well, right? What was it that killed Destiny? Like, not killed it. It's still really popular, but like, what is it about Destiny that you would want to improve on in this game? Not do the same.
The problem with Destiny was before it came out, it promised so much. It promised this big open world, but that wasn't what it was.
Hmm.
And then
It's kind of repetitive, right?
So everyone hated it, but then it's built up into this completely different thing with raids, and you party up with your friends.
Right.
And
Okay. So it's
do
like
things
WoW,
like that.
but space. WoW.
Sure.
Space World of Warcraft.
No, but kind of. But anyway, so that was the biggest problem with Destiny, because now Destiny's really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people expected Destiny to be a very open world game, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. But this game looks extremely
That's exactly
open
what
world.
Chris just said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Like word for word.
I agree.
Number 5. Destiny 2. Let me tell you something actually about Destiny that Chris obviously doesn't know because he didn't play it. I lost about a year and a half of my life to this game.
Wow.
I did not.
It was pretty much a crack drug to me. It was so good. There was stuff to do every day.
Mm.
They had these exotic weapons, which sounds dirty when I say it,
Hello.
but it means just like fancy weapons.
It sounds even dirtier.
I bet.
It means
Bet they're
like
fancy.
weapons that have special powers. Okay, it's getting
Oh
worse.
yeah!
Like,
Wow.
It like it vibrates and stuff. I mean,
Special powers.
it shoots rockets. Ah!
Ah!
No, that's okay.
It's got fire coming out the side. Ah!
Oh no!
Stop. Those are actually true things.
Let's stop.
None of that sounds dirty.
It's dirty.
Wow.
Okay.
It does.
So it's awesome. It's set up so that you can play it over and over and over again, and it's just gotten better because they've just added more. There's not much wrong with the game, honestly. Like
Destiny?
Yeah. So Bungie developed it, and they kind of perfected first-person shooters with Halo, but they couldn't adapt Halo to be something like this because it's just a different style.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
So they had to create a new thing.
online.
Yeah.
Is it not repetitive though, Destiny?
Yeah, but the loot, bro.
Get the loot.
And the raids, like, they take like 8 hours of your life, but what an 8 hours.
If you didn't care about getting a new type of gun, would you like the game?
It's very good in that, because it's pretty long form, you just hang out with people as well, and you always need people with you, so you've got at least 2 other people with you.
Right.
If you play this game by yourself, you're an idiot.
But yeah, cool.
So Destiny 2?
2.
Yeah.
So Destiny 2.
Looks like more of the same thing,
Because you actually haven't told us what
which
Destiny
I'm
2 is.
completely okay with. It's honestly, it seems like a DLC pack, but just big.
So Anthem's actually trying to be an open world.
It's hard to
Is
say.
it? Right. Okay.
From what we can see, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Because the guy just walked up to a cliff and then jumped off and started flying.
Yeah.
A very specific direction, though.
Mm.
Got to look for the strings, bro. Now, number 4. Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Da, 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 da.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think about this?
Mm.
I'm so keen.
Why?
Because Mario games are always so much fun. And how could it not be? It's just Mario, but with some changes.
Not always.
Some changes. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You can throw your hat on anything.
Like that guy from James Bond.
Yeah. Except you throw it onto it and you become it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's-
you break people's necks with the side of the hat.
It's just
No.
another Mario gimmick, you know? It's like going to the galaxies or having a squirty water pack.
You
It's
started
a
off
thing.
so happy about this.
That
That now
game.
You're like bagging out Mario.
I'm not bagging it out. It's
Have you
just,
become a chain chomp before?
That game.
Have you become a flower before?
You could say that about any previous Mario game. It's a Mario gimmick.
You
They do
couldn't.
it. They do it every time.
What did they do last time?
You go to space or
But you're still Mario.
3D world.
That was heaps different. When they did Galaxy, it was all about gravity, right?
Yeah, exactly. Every time there's a thing, and this time your thing is your hat, and you throw it at
You're saying
stuff.
it like it's not awesome, though.
No, it is awesome. I'm excited, but
You don't sound like it.
no, but I'm not like
You sound like you're like, meh, whatever.
my mind is not
Why didn't
blown
they just make the last game again?
because it's just another way to solve the Mario puzzles. It's a Mario game.
But you can throw your hat on it.
Yeah, and you get to do that to do
I
a
haven't seen
specific
this trailer
thing.
or whatever, but it seems pretty
And
exciting.
your hat's got eyes on it.
Can you become a turtle?
Yeah, the hat has eyes. When did that
Tyrannosaurus.
start?
But in the ad, he became a hammer bro. He was throwing hammers.
And a giant dinosaur
I can't tell where you are.
and a human being.
And an office person. He throws his hat on an office person and becomes an office person. It's so weird.
that was the
that
weird
sounds
thing.
really Japanese.
I'm very excited. Like it'll be an amazing game.
So he became a salary man.
Yeah, it was strange.
That's what I play games for.
And then they were at the opera, and I don't know.
That's
And it's
Interesting.
like there's not much else coming for the Switch, so we really got to look forward for it.
There's heaps. What
Like
were you
what?
thinking?
Yoshi,
Skyrim.
Kirby, Yoshi, Skyrim,
Kirby! Oh my
Mario
God.
Rabbids, Mario this,
Kirby is
Pokemon.
Mario that, Mario this.
everything you just said put me to sleep.
Zelda DLC, Splatoon 2.
As if you're not excited for
Arms.
Kirby.
Actually, Splatoon 2 is one.
Is it not Splatoon?
No.
There's heaps coming. That was the best thing about E3. I have a Switch. I'm a Switch guy now. So and now there's heaps of Switch stuff coming.
Don't put yourself in a box. You have a PS4 too.
Yeah,
Don't you have an Xbox?
not anymore.
Which PS4
I will.
and Nintendo definitely kind of were the top runners. For
You're going to buy the
conferences.
One X?
Number
I
3,
think I'm rich.
Nazis, right?
Yes.
Oh, they
Love 'em.
suck.
Can't
What?
stand them.
Hate 'em.
What'd you say?
Can you make a game where the Nazis won, but you can be the leader of a resistance that goes and kills Nazis?
You can actually make a game about anything.
Absolutely.
Sounds like Star Wars.
Sounds like Wolfenstein.
Well, it's too bad because they've already made it.
Oh, dang it.
It's called Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Now, I don't get duped by trailers much. I'm a very cynical person. I've seen a lot of things.
We've noticed.
I've been through it. I've been through things, guys. Now, this trailer was so freaking good. Did any of you see it?
No.
It's
No.
pretty long. It's like a 10-minute scene
I did not.
of just...
I couldn't tell if it was a trailer or if it was like gameplay because it was such a long video, so I didn't click on it.
It's so good. It's like it just takes you in.
Is it a cinematic trailer?
Yeah, it's such a good... It's a good combination of it's like historical, but it's also future tech because the Nazis win and they were so advanced that they get advanced a lot faster than we would have. And it's also like killing Nazis, so it's like awesome.
Mm.
And it's very brutal, and like the Nazis are still in control. Like there's been a few Wolfenstein games, and we haven't won yet. Like this.
Are you walking through like hallways, like shooting people?
So this is the kind of game where you can have 2 machine guns and shoot them both at the same time.
So it's Doom.
Or independently?
Yeah. So it's like a trigger on each side for each one.
So it's Halo.
No, Halo only didn't. They had
None
dual
of these
wielding,
things
and then
are
they got rid of it.
Wolfenstein.
They got rid of dual wielding in Halo?
They did.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Now, that looks hectic.
Wolfenstein's a big thing. Like people love Wolfenstein.
Have you played it?
I played Wolfenstein on the original Xbox. I don't know which one that was, but that's the only Wolfenstein I've played.
Wait, when
I
did
can't really
Wolfenstein
remember
come
it.
out? The
It's-
first one.
Yeah, I don't think the New Order. I think it was 360, not Xbox.
Nah, I
was
definitely
really
played Wolfenstein on the original Xbox.
Original would have been like... When was that, 05?
Anyway, the beginning of this was Wolfenstein: The New Order, and it was incredible. You went to the moon and stuff. It was great.
Moon Nazis?
Yeah.
Shivers.
Now, number 2, God of War. Right?
Oh, good games.
Yeah.
Right?
Solid.
How are they going to make a sequel? He
How?
killed everyone. That's
Right.
literally all he does.
He should have a baby.
He gets a lot of flack as a character because all he does is yell things and get angry.
And
He
have
yells
sex.
and kills.
Sure does.
I love when he appears in Hishi videos and just kills someone. It happens a lot
Mm.
In Hishi videos?
in How It Should Have Ended videos.
Yeah, it didn't sound like that.
Hey.
I thought it was like a transvestine type of situation happening.
Yeah.
Transvestine.
What's the word?
Believe
I don't know
it's
what you guys are
transvestal.
into. My head didn't go there, but
But they
Transgender.
did
that's where you're at.
they did an expanded universe.
Oh.
They're going to the Nordics.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's an area. What's the Viking area
Scandinavia?
called? Yeah. And they're going for like the Thors and the Ragnaroks and the
Just saying words.
Odin?
and
The Odins and the Lokis.
and the Lokis and the other people.
Tony Stark.
Baldor,
No.
The Hulk?
Valkyries,
Well, yeah.
and the World Serpent.
Yeah. Is that a thing? So
Yes,
there was a
it's a
giant
thing.
snake in it.
Yeah.
I guess that was the
It
world
is
serpent. Okay. And it talked, but it was like, what's this snake saying?
I don't know.
Me neither. I don't speak snake.
Hell, he's a parcel.
But it was like, it's so annoying. Like, I get that bigger things would talk slower because,
Oh, how annoying is that?
yeah, but it's like far out. Like,
Come on, bro.
it's a video game. Just talk normal
talk
speed.
normal.
Sound really weird.
Is that what it sounds like?
What do you want him to do though?
It was even slower.
I am a snake.
That's what I want.
It loses its effect.
Yeah, it does. It's really big.
Now,
Yeah.
Need
so
to
slow.
convey the bigness.
He's
in
got a
more
big
than one
snake.
way.
Number one.
Who does?
Oh, I didn't say it. So back to number 2. God of
I
War.
thought that was.
I know what you're thinking.
Yep.
Why doesn't this guy have a kid?
Why not?
He's got a kid this time.
He had a lot of sex.
Wow.
Yeah. He did have a lot of sex.
He probably has a lot of kids that he
Yeah.
doesn't know about.
A
Well,
lot.
he's a lot like his dad Zeus in that he has a lot of sex with people.
Loki
Kratos.
also gets around. He
He
has
does?
like horse children, snake children.
It seems like everyone from like old god mythology just had a lot of sex with a lot of things.
I think just a lot of people have a lot of sex in general.
Do you?
Thanks, Jen. Good to know.
You got that sorted.
Okay, back to number 1. Number 1.
Drum roll.
Chris has exited. Oh, I see.
Hang on.
okay.
The first Wolfenstein game came out in 1992.
What?
Because I played it on my MS-DOS machine.
You're joking.
See,
Obviously,
Really?
I wasn't referring to that.
Has
I'm
it been
just
around for
saying-
that long?
Yeah, it's a very old game.
That's
who was referring to that?
What is your number one, Ellie?
Is that me?
It is Days Gone.
Where'd they go?
Where'd my days go?
Exactly. I know what you're thinking.
Again?
Right? Yeah. Why don't they do another Last of Us?
Why not?
Well,
Exactly what
they
I was
are.
thinking.
Oh, is that what
But
it is?
in the meantime, they're doing this, which is pretty much The
okay.
Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
But it actually looks awesome. So,
Zombies.
Last of Us meets Sons of Anarchy
Okay.
Bikies.
meets Horizon Zero Dawn.
Robots.
No,
Interesting.
not robots, but more gameplay.
Bows and arrows.
So, like, you can set traps and stuff.
Traps.
So, this looks so good. So, it's got both, like, the sneaky and the light gameplay, but also, like, the hordes of zombies.
So that was the one with the guy on the motorbike trying to find his.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks
Days ago. Days ago.
hectic. It's not coming out for a while, which is super annoying.
Standard.
Like, which was the problem with E3.
Why
Was
were you
a lot
even-
of this stuff isn't going for a while, which is always the problem with E3.
Thank
Because
you,
it's a
Lord.
marketing conference, they can market for the future.
That's what they do.
Bastards.
You want to hear my bottom 5 quickly?
Go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 5, Forza. Who gives a crap?
Heaps of people.
I do.
Forza.
Can I just mention
three,
something?
Best driving game
For the
ever.
first time ever,
Porsche.
a car manufacturer actually released a new car through a game.
I'm so fascinated.
So this is the first time Porsche released the GT2 RS through Forza Motorsport 7, which is a big deal.
That's insane.
That's cool.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
cool.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic on that.
No, it is
Num-
insane.
Number 4 in the
Do you have
bottom
to
4.
like buy the game to like get the car?
Don't think so.
No, you actually have to buy the car to get
Right.
the game.
Okay.
Number 4, Madden. It's coming out again.
Oh, who cares?
Number 3,
Oh, they
Kirby. Who gives a crap?
I do. Kirby is awesome.
Number 2,
Kirby's a great game.
Mario meets the Rabbids.
What?
Now, like the rabbits, sorry. Do you guys know what the rabbits are?
I do.
Rabbits, like the little
Rabbit.
animals?
They're like,
They're like
rabbits.
minions, but rabbits.
yeah, they're like white minions. And they got.
Instead of yellow?
They've been around for longer than the minions, though.
Do they
and
look like
they're,
rabbits?
They're just as
Yes.
annoying and useless, though.
Mm.
So they've combined that with a Mario game.
You know Rayman?
Mm-hmm.
His mates are the rabbits.
Ah, yes. I do know.
So it's like a turn-based strategy game.
Which the actual game looks alright. It's just so annoying that they made it with the rabbits. Like, there's so many Nintendo properties that are cool that they could have done this with. But they tainted it with the rabbits.
I'll get it.
Yeah, same too. But that's because it's on a Switch. If it's on a Switch, I'm probably going to get it because there
There's
isn't
like
like
3
There's
games.
not much out there.
Number 1, Skyrim again.
Skyrim again.
Skyrim again.
So it's remastered, it's
Oh.
on VR,
Oh.
and now it's on Switch too. Yawn. Now,
Good game though.
You know what? The fact that it's on VR, I think, is a lot cooler than the fact that it's on Switch.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
VR, Skyrim.
So is
agree.
that's two things. Like it's coming out on PlayStation again in
Correct.
VR. Right. Okay.
yeah, Switch can barely handle like its own games. I can't imagine it doing VR.
Yeah, it's
like
yeah.
I throw 3 bombs in Zelda, and it's just like.
You can't throw 3 bombs in there.
Yeah, we're not playing.